Thanks for joining us.
Hey, and welcome to Hack the Dino. This is episode 77. It's me doing the start. I never do the start. Sure, why not? Tonight we got what do we got coming up?
Whoa!
We got smaller us. You know how I said before we started, should we go through and check all these things and just make sure everything's all right?
We did.
We did.
What happened?
Because we switched cameras.
Anyway, this is episode 77 of Hack the Dino. Why pause for time? Dan, take it away.
So we've got, what have we got coming up as a big sequence?
Sequence.
Are you going to wear sequins?
Maybe. I've got some under this groovy little jacket.
We have the top 10 game sequels that we need. Is it top 10? It's our top 10.
It's our top 10.
It's actually 5 each.
It is. But I think we can both agree it's great clickbait.
And I think we can both agree that I'm not good at opening the show. So you can catch us everywhere.
It's a sign of a good host when they go, yeah.
Do you know what the sign of a good host is? Yo, hey, welcome back.
What's up, internet?
What's
it's your
up?
boy.
Yeah,
so
it's
you
my
started
most,
like that.
that's my most hated opening of any internet video. What's up, internet? What's up, guys?
Anyway, who are we bought by?
We've been bought by YouTube. So we're dual streaming this today over on YouTube. We're also dual streaming it over on Twitch. And we're also dual means two. We just keep dueling.
Tri-streaming.
We're also over on Mixer, which I don't have a video for. And we're also over on my personal Facebook account.
Oh, good.
So
Hi, Dan's friends.
Yeah, anyone who knows me, we're just testing that out. The show is brought to you today by Greenlight Comics and King Koji Collectibles, but we'll get into that later. What is Ben doing? He's playing like Angry Birds on his phone.
Not Angry Birds. It's Sudoku.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Anyhow, so let's get into it. My God, Ben, put your phone away.
What?
So
what have we been playing, Dan?
what have we been playing?
I don't know. You're up first. Go for it.
Let's see if the cutaway to what we've been playing works with Braden.
Okay.
What we've been playing.
What have we been playing, Dan?
Well, I'm waiting for Braden. I'm just waiting for him
Instead
to
of radio
say-
silence, people who are listening to it on our podcast, which you can listen to over on SoundCloud or Spotify or iTunes or any of those SoundCloud devices.
I didn't mention that, did I?
No, you didn't, but I just thought I'd slide it in there.
Ooh.
Now
so
you know what it's like to be my girlfriend. Anyway.
Filth.
I'll deal with that later.
What have you been playing, Dan?
I've been playing Dark Souls Remastered.
Oh.
So I've decided to create a new little segment for our viewers out there called Dan Versus, and it's basically me versus
The world. Oh, no,
No.
sorry, that comes later.
It's me versus my internet editor. Oh,
What
Ben!
the hell's going on with this phone? Stop it.
What are you? You're watching ads, YouTube
I'm not.
ads.
I was trying to bring up the Twitch chat and everything.
No, don't worry about
to
it.
hell.
So basically, it is. I have a new show segment out called Dan Versus, and it's basically
world.
me versus my
world.
editor.
The world.
It's not that. It's a
Dan
different thing
versus the
altogether.
world. Oh, sorry.
Basically, I play games quite badly, streaming, and then my editor just gets frustrated and pays me out. My editor is Pixel CGR. What does that stand for?
Computer Graphic Railroad.
Yeah, well, that's obvious. This week I played Dark Souls, so I love Dark Souls. So Dark Souls, have you seen that internet video of that put Thomas the Tank Engine into Infinity Endgame?
I've seen that one. I've also seen the Thomas the Tank Engine mod for Resident Evil 2.
Yeah. Anyway, we digress. So we can see here on the screen, it's been Dark Souls for ages. I'm playing Dark Souls Remastered. I don't think I have to talk much actually about Dark Souls. Dark Souls has pretty much cemented itself in being one of the most, loved and hated games in the entire world.
It's a hard game.
It is a hard game, but it's only a hard game if...
You suck.
Yeah, well, it's kind of thing, you've got an open world, but if you walk right, you'll die instantly. But if you walk left, you'll just die in a couple of minutes.
All right, so it's like a choose your own adventure where you sneak ahead to see what the ending is. Oh, no, I didn't choose that.
Yeah, no, choose your own death.
Yep, sweet.
Anyhow, I've been playing that. The new stuff, though, so remastered, I thought I'd have a look at it. I said to myself that I'd never play Dark Souls again. I have finished it once back in the day. 8 or 9 years ago, I finished it. And then when I started playing it, I was like, yeah, I'm going to be heaps good at this. And I just was bad. I couldn't remember how to play it. It was almost embarrassing. if you watch the video of Dan's versus, I'm actually taking on the first bad guy, the big
What's
boss.
that hog?
It's a big hog.
Why is he humping that
Oh,
corpse?
because he's throwing down a bait.
He's on fire.
He's not on fire. He was a bit. Yeah, I'm actually trying to fight the main gigantic boss with a broken sword. Because I walked past all the weapons at the start because I forgot how to pick them up. It's classic viewing. It has all the new... this remaster version has the DLC of Artorias of the Abyss. So that's in there. And you know there's DLC. So you know when you get a DLC, you usually go into it, goes to DLC's here, this is how you do it. To get into the DLC is like an hour mission. You have to like go here, kill this person, go over here, talk to this guy, and if you don't like use all of his voice options, so you have to keep talking to him until he's got nothing else to say. Go over here, kill this giant monster, then go back to this other place, and then a portal will open up. But it doesn't tell you how to do that.
Good lord.
Like, it's in traditional Dark Souls, like, where you just have to play it over and over and over and over again, and you just have to get online and talk to the community. Beautiful game. Beautiful, beautiful game. And it feels great to play again. That's all I've got to say about it, really. I mean, it's an amazing game. It's so good. Like, and Dark Souls 2 came out, Dark Souls 3, Bloodborne, Sekiro, what's it called? Dies Twice, whatever. Nothing has been, in my opinion, nothing has been as good as the first Dark Souls. It hasn't captured that addiction.
It's not as good as Dies Twice, where you have 2 dice and you throw them.
2 times.
And that determines whether you live or die. Some people call Dungeons and Dragons, not us.
Some people call it
We
that.
call it Dies Twice.
My tie's not very tight. Oh, it's crooked. I look like a shambles.
Yep.
Shambles?
So if you're listening to us on the podcast, imagine Dan with a slightly
off-center tie.
What else have you been playing, Dan?
What else have I been playing? Are you forcing me to play something else, Brayden?
You are.
Oh, yes, I've been playing Warframe. So for those who don't know what Warframe is, it is a free game. It's 100% free on all platforms. It is probably one of the most fleshed out.
All platforms?
All.
Switch?
That doesn't count as a platform. That's a handheld. It is one of the giant free games, and it is very much an adult game. You still like?
I'm just deciding whether I get up and walk out or not.
You should.
You might knock over the green screen. No, don't knock anything over.
So this is the Dan McGuinness Show. Welcome to the Dan McGuinness Show. So yeah, Warframe is this huge game. It's free. Anyone can play it. It's basically what Destiny riffed on originally. So it's that same kind of like, you repeat lots of levels and stuff like that. You can play 4 players, and you basically it's just a game where you're just supposed to keep upgrading everything and grinding and having fun with friends. So I'm playing it with one of my business partners, Nick. And you're just trying to get new frames. It's a great game. It is so fast. It's so fluid. It's so satisfying to kill things in this game. And everything.
Killing this segment.
Oh, that's it. I quit.
You're gonna
I quit.
Please no. Please, dear God.
Ben, what have you been playing?
What have I been playing?
I'm not on it tonight, eh?
Well, I've been playing my mobile. You may have heard that just before. But I've been playing, funnily enough, dove, I did a D, into Fortnite Season X. It's Season X because we're cool. Also Season 10. So a couple of new things they've introduced this year, this season I should say, one of which is the mech, which is way, way, way overpowered.
OP. Look at him. He trash it. I don't like that how like there's no damage. Like it just disappears. That's not damage.
Oh well, it turns into
mate.
little things that you collect and you're just building.
Even like
Anyway,
Red Faction had good damage.
What it does do, especially in solo mode, is encourage, because it's a 2-people operation. You can do it by yourself and switch to moving to shooting, or 2 people can go in it. So if you're playing the 100-person battle royale, it actually encourages people to team up. So you have this overpowered weapon with 2 people teaming up, taking on everyone else, and then assumedly once you get down to the final ring, those 2 battle it out till the bitter end. What it also does is...
Oh, you got out?
You can get in and out.
Why would you do that?
Because, it's boring.
You want to build a house out of bits of woods and bricks.
Yep. Spoken like a true Fortnite player there, Dan.
Bits of woods and bricks.
You've got...
woods and bricks.
you've got the mechs were spawning 3 or 4 100% of the time. Like as soon as you jump out of the plane, they'd come crashing down, and people would get them. And it was it's actually taking away the fun of the game.
Oh, so it's not good.
No. People want them out. They want them gone. They want them nerfed. They have been nerfed. The spawn rate has been nerfed, but
Good on for trying though.
well, they try something new.
You know what? If half the world population said, "What do you want in Fortnite? We want mechs." Okay, let's give them mechs. We don't want them now.
Well, no, they want them nerfed. They want them changed.
We
so
want little kids.
Like if you,
What's that dragon? We're little kids. I mean, no, we don't want little kids. We're little kids, and we're angry.
Anyway, they have been nerfed, so there is some changes coming in the weekly updates. They've also got some really cool little things happening. Now, one of the storylines going through this season is that there's been a time rift due to the big battle with the big monster and the big robot last season. And Tilted Towers, or Neo Tilted, got turned into Tilted Town. Do you have any footage of that, Braden?
That we do. I'm just bringing it up right now.
Oh, cool, good. So
For the podcast listeners, they'll be stoked.
Tilted Town is basically the big metropolis that was Neo Tilted is now Tilted Town, a Wild West. So you fly into this time bubble, and your suit changes to a Wild West outfit, and you can't build, and you can't demolish anything, and you can only get pistols and shotguns. And it's like just a shootout in this bubble.
Change the whole dynamic of the game.
Yeah, and it's just in this one little area of the game. So once you go out of that little bubble, you return to normal Fortnite mode, and it's really, really cool. Then yesterday or the day before that, Retail Row came back. Retail Row we saw got destroyed by the volcano at the end of Season 8. So Season 9 it became Mega Mall.
Such a complex storyline.
It really is. It's great. And then the Visitor, who's now come out of the stabilized asteroid.
Is he an alien?
Yeah.
Is he a grey?
No, he's a humanoid.
I
but
do
he's got
like a good grey.
LED face. So it looks like this guy's a bit. Oh no, staying.
He got a subscriber.
He is.
Good for him. Good for
Focusing
him.
on the good things. Anyway, Retail Row's back, and it's filled with zombies again in a in a big bumblebee, in a big bubble. So you've got subscribers. Oh Jesus Christ!
It's like we've only ever done 74 shows instead of 77, isn't it?
So there's zombies in a bubble. You kill the zombies with a gun. Anyway, news. We're back. Leaving that horrible segment right behind us.
Yeah, let's
and
never
cracking onto the news.
Let's never speak about. Let's never let.
Why are you bringing stuff up now, Braden? I'm not even up to that part yet.
Yeah, well, they're not seeing it. We are.
Oh, right. Okay, so that's why we had 2 screens.
Yeah.
Anyway, Nintendo has filed a patent for the Super Nintendo Joy-Cons, meaning that hopefully we're going to get Super Nintendo online very, very soon. The Super Nintendo library is something that everyone has wanted for a very long time, and the latest Netflix titles have left a lot to be desired. They weren't the best. So, with that in mind, I thought I would put together a couple of games that I would like to see to come out on Super Nintendo Online.
Oh, Floppy's online.
Oh, g'day, Floppy!
Hello, Floppy. We'd like to mention Floppy's in the chat right now over on you. He donates a lot of what you see in front of us.
He does.
To this table. So
And also donates really cool Nintendo boxes for my personal collection. So thank you, Floppy. If you'd like to donate Nintendo boxes for my personal collection, jump on in the chat.
All right, let's get back to what we're talking about. What were you talking about? I wasn't listening.
Oh, it doesn't surprise me. Super Nintendo games for the Nintendo Online system.
Yeah.
I've got a list of ones that I would like to be on. The one caveat I'm putting on this is our choices can't appear on the Super Nintendo Mini. So I'd like to see Earthworm Jim, Mortal Kombat 2.
I've got a couple of footages of some of these. I didn't get them all on there.
Okay.
So
Killer Instinct and Aladdin. The Super Mario Brothers All-Stars collection. So you remember the remake they did of the NES games for
I
the
don't know
Super
what
Nintendo?
this is that we've got up at the moment.
It looks like Golden Axe.
Can we skip past it?
No. There was a.
And then Chrono Trigger as well. Chrono Trigger is one of the best games that is ever been released, ever in the history of ever. And I need to see, what is this game? Why is he throwing candle bells? Oh, it's Punch-Out. Punch-Out's a good game, but it's on the Super Nintendo Mini. Anyway, Dan, what do you want to see on the Super Nintendo Online?
I thought that Turtles in Time would have been one. I didn't
Yep.
think as many as you,
Mhm.
but I wanted to talk about each one. I've got little videos of each one. But
Oh, yeah, you've got some specifics here.
Yeah. That's what I've been waiting for to come up.
Oh, okay.
Welcome to Hack the Dino, where we're all off our game because Dan introduced the show and just completely threw us all into
That's
a spin.
what it's all about. Turtles in Time. This game was great. Why isn't this on any of the the minis or anything like that?
I'd say because of licensing issues.
Yeah, but nah. Let's just ignore that. Another one. I don't have videos for them all. Final Fight. I just wanted to mention.
Mhm.
Final Fight. That was a great port from the arcade to the Super Nintendo. It was such a good port.
Yeah.
Another one is Uni Racer.
Uni Racer was a really cool game.
Yeah. Why wasn't that like?
Again, who made Uni Racer?
I'm pretty sure that was a NES one. This was the first game I ever played where it was like tricks mattered. You know, you had like, so you can do them flips here and stuff, and it was just like, it was the closest thing to a good skateboarding game, even though it was unicycles.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
But like, yeah, your tricks mattered, your flips, your landings. Oh, it was just such a good game.
DMA Design made Uni Racing and Nintendo of America. So yeah, it was a co-development.
Yeah, right. Like, why isn't this like? It's to me. I thought this would. To me, when you say Super Nintendo, I think of this game a lot of the time.
Just thrashed it out, or
Yeah. Me and my mates thrashed it out. Thrashed it out like a good old game.
And now you know what it's like to be my guest. Anyway, moving on.
I'm so glad she doesn't watch this show, eh?
Well, that's why I feel comfortable saying this type of stuff, because I know she doesn't. That's what you get for not supporting me.
Yeah.
DuckTales Remastered. You know that awesome DuckTales remaster
Yep.
they did a couple of years ago? It's been pulled from stores.
Oh,
Oh, wait, what? Why?
Yeah.
put up the footage, Braden, of that.
It's been
Oh,
pulled from...
look how good it looks. I didn't know this existed.
Really?
That's probably why they pulled it. No one knew. Yeah, like, and I was talking to Ross at my shop, and he's like, yeah, I know all about that. I'm like, how did I not? No,
Yes.
it's so fluid.
It
Look
looks
at
fantastic. It had additional cutscenes put in it. It was an absolutely brilliant game. I love this on the NES, and this is
Yeah, I remember getting this when I was younger.
incredibly faithful remaster of it. It's been pulled due to licensing details. You cannot get it anymore.
Is it just Disney?
Disney?
Disney being like the old Mickey Mouse stepping on your throat again vibe?
Yeah, probably. So, yeah, you can't get any more. So, of course, the physical copies are now worth a lot of money. So,
Floppy reckons we should have Jurassic Park should have been on there.
no, I agree. Jurassic Park on the Super Nintendo was really good, apart from those horrible first-person shooter levels. They weren't good. So, DuckTales. If you see a DuckTales remastered in the wild, make sure you get it, and then send it to
on
Hack
in.
the Dino. Yeah. I think out of all of them, the PS3, the Xbox 360, and the Wii U one is worth the most because it had the least amount of people buying it for obvious reasons.
Who's that duck?
That's Gizmoduck.
Gizmo?
Yeah, well, he will. Fenton Feathers, dude.
Fenton! Remember the Fenton dog?
No. DayZ had been refused classification in Australia due to drug use. Now, the drug in question was morphine,
Oh dear.
which you can buy with a prescription over the counter here in Australia.
They did the same thing with Fallout. So Fallout had morphine, I think it was as well, and they changed it to Mentats. They actually...
Exactly like Fallout as well, the game devs have come out and said that because of this, they're changing the game worldwide so they can get it open.
Now, was the Fallout changed worldwide, or was it just for Australian audiences?
I'm pretty sure it was worldwide. I don't know. Let us know in the comments if it was just for Australia or if it is worldwide. Because if it was just for Australia, that makes it a little bit more collectible as well. So, in conclusion, there's no way we're getting Cyberpunk 2077 here.
Why not?
Braden, what do you know about Cyberpunk?
I want all of it.
But besides that,
Oh, there's a lot of drug use.
there's a lot of drug use in
Yeah.
that
Is
one. Yeah.
Man, it better come to Australia. If it's not, I'm going to be so disappointed.
They need reasons. Australians need reasons to ban things.
Yeah.
Once they find something that works, they go
Because
all out.
being 18 and over isn't enough to make you decide whether you're old enough to play a game or not.
Doesn't matter.
Anyway, speaking of being 18 and over, new Pokemon are being revealed.
Jesus.
That's right, Galarian forms, much like its predecessor Sun and Moon, Sword and Shield will have exclusive Pokemon to that exclusive region. We're getting Galarian forms. The best one is this dude here. It's Weezing. He's Galarian form. He's an old gentleman with a smoked stat for a top hat.
Can we back that? What does Galarian mean?
Galar is the area of which this Pokemon game takes place.
So these are just new Pokemons?
They're currently existing Pokemon, but because
They've got a tweak because of the area they're in.
Correct. So they have different forms, and in the case of Zigzazoom, which we are seeing here, it has a further evolution, a third end to the evolution. Looks
Oh
like
my
Gene
God.
Simmons from Kiss.
Oh my God,
And Gene Simmons has actually seen this and commented on it. He goes, "Yeah, my kids play Pokemon. This is rad."
that's
Oh my
pretty
God.
good. That's probably the best Pokemon I've ever seen, actually.
Yeah. And they also retconned some of the lore as well, so that was cool. This guy's cool. Have you seen him?
Is that Pikachu?
No, this is a hamster dude.
Hamster.
Well, Pico. So when he's full, he's all nice, but then halfway through, if he gets hungry, he turns hangry, and it's actually
my
called
God.
hangry mode.
Whoa.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Pokemon finally doing something good. There's that
Most realistic
fake one,
thing
the
I've
fake
ever seen.
Pikachu. What's his name?
Yeah,
Mimikyu.
Mimikyu. Speaking of fake, DC Universe is online and ready for you to play for free on the old Switch.
Have you played this game before?
No, I downloaded it the other day.
It is the most
Janky?
empty city you've ever encountered.
Really?
There is no life in this city. It feels like you're... Look at it.
So what do you do? Just like go
It's
around-
basically just... It's like a grinder.
Yep.
Like grinding. It's just not quite fun.
Really?
Like, yeah, cool. You get to make up superheroes, but look at it. Like, this is it. This is it. What
is
you're
the
seeing
game.
here. Yeah, it's just punching. There's no real like strategy. It's just go in, punch.
I've got to admit, it looks ugly,
Yeah, like,
and they haven't got rid of that old mist.
and also this game's old.
Yeah.
This is like PlayStation 3 free game.
Wow.
Floppy says he got it on Switch today.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Floppy.
Well, it's free, so you're not really
No,
losing
you-
anything besides time.
Yeah, you know, you're losing precious space where you could have better games on your Switch.
Like what, Dan?
Like what?
Yeah.
Like, Disgaea 5.
That's on the Switch?
Yeah, I bought it the other day.
Oh.
I'm finally playing the Switch again.
Holy smokes!
I know. Hang on. I was supposed to talk about that next week.
Oh, okay. Cool. Anthem has got their first free DLC. Their Cataclysm is here. So this was supposed to entice people back into Anthem. If you don't have Anthem yet, no worries. Head down to EB. You can get it for $15 now.
Jesus.
That's gone down $4 from the $19 it was 2 weeks ago.
I did notice here that you said that it can. I did look into this. You can actually matchmake. You can play it solo.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I didn't want us to have misinformation, but I didn't want to be the guy who said like you're wrong, Ben. But I
Oh,
did.
that's fair enough.
You're wrong, Ben.
I don't care.
You're
I
wrong,
being
Ben.
All right.
Ben's wrong.
It's fine.
Yeah, let's keep going. Anyway, keep going.
The website that I copied this from, we got it wrong, so... so it's a 5 to 6 hour campaign, so nothing too big, but still free. Meh. I'm willing to let that slide. However, it's time-based puzzles, which is a big ew for me.
This looks. I was watching this before. This looks very much like Warframe
Yeah.
as well. And you even in Warframe, if you've got a slide, and then if you press jump, you spin and corkscrew forward to go faster. I saw him do that in it, and I'm like, oh, that's a blatant Warframe move.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, and it's free. Is it
It's free. It's free. So the whole purpose, well, the rewards you get is crystals, which is sort of like the currency to upgrade stuff. But there's nothing really to grind for. Like, they haven't added any more content since launch apart from this.
Yeah.
So there's nothing really for you to actually do this and get the grind for. And another worrying thing,
Wow.
besides the $15 brand new, is that EA haven't announced anything about what's next. Like, you think they put this DLC out and go, hey, another big DLC coming out really, really soon. Be sure to be here in 6 months' time. Nothing. Zip. Nada. So this has been a tremendous failure for EA again.
Well, guys,
Oof.
it looks good though.
I know, and that's the thing. I actually am considering picking it up because it's like $15. That's
$15.
nothing.
It'll be free on PlayStation Plus soon anyway.
True, yeah.
I'm actually
that
going to
probably
talk
will.
about one of my I've got a later on the show. I'm going to talk about like pickups, awesome cheap pickups of awesome
Ooh,
games.
really?
But, yeah.
Well, speaking of cheap
Coming up.
pickups, it's time for Kojima Watch.
Now, since we were having issues before with a picture coming on screen,
Yes.
I'm not sure if we can bring up a picture of Kojima.
Well, that's a problem.
It is a problem because this is amazing.
All right, well, I guess I have to describe what's going on. So, what does Kojima do when he relaxes? If you hang out on his Twitter, you might be able to catch a glimpse. If Braden can get it up on time, which he may not. But he does listen to Joy Division. You listen to Joy Division, don't you, Dan? It's a very nice band. full of good, wholesome people singing about good, wholesome things, and certainly not about death and dying and depression.
I do listen to Joy Division.
So do I. It's one of my favourite bands, actually. He also likes to watch movies. He's a movie buff. He enjoys movies. He likes a movie. He also likes to go to museums and look at rare porcelain animals.
I found the dumbest way to bring this on screen.
Oh, can you bring it up?
Yeah.
All right, bring it up, Brayden.
For those listening to the podcast, Braden's brought it into paint.
That's amazing. So you can see there on the screen.
Did he tweet that?
He did. So these are part of the programs that he got when he was at the museum of the porcelain animals. Oh, man. Shouldn't he be getting ready to launch his game?
Wait, this bit here? or this bit here?
Both of them.
Both?
So Death Stranding comes out in 2 months. 2 months? Just over 2 months. And he's looking... Anyway, Kojima, my goodness, I wish I could work out what reality you're from, because what a man.
I wonder what he's like to hang out with, because he seems to be so down to earth with his ideas, and people seem to, you just see him hanging out, and he's got the best clothes in the world. He's just like hanging out with some, like, radsters.
Yeah. And
you're just like, I bet he's just cool.
Yeah. Well, I was speaking a couple of years back to a guy who actually had the opportunity to interview Kojima at PAX or something when he was down.
Really?
Yeah. And it was a one-on-one, and they told him before he went in, now if he doesn't talk to you, don't take it personally. He just decides not to talk sometimes.
Oh.
Like, you depending on the person, he'll just decide not to talk. So this guy went in, and he said he'd ask him a question, and Kojima just sort of sat there looking at him, and just went, I like blah, 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 and just went off complete another tangent of what the question was.
Just wanted to do what he wanted to do.
The whole time just talking about this random subject, and this interviewer had to try and
bring him back,
get in and try and develop a conversation. I swear it was Kojima just screwing around with him.
That's amazing.
Kojima! All right.
On paint.
Dan, have you got someone you'd like to thank?
What do you mean?
Well, see that big blue highlighted section on the show.
Oh, yes. So we'd like to thank the Patreons. We love you, Patreons, and Greenlight Comics, and King Koji Collectibles. But while
we're going to the
we can bring that up. I just want to thank the Patreons. You guys supporting us over on Patreon. We can't do this stuff without you. If you feel like you love what you're seeing right now and you're watching us live.
I don't know why.
Yeah, tonight's a good one. That's a great one. Maybe go over to Patreon and pay us to do it. You get extra stuff. I assume you do. And and that's it.
There are more Patreon specific things coming soon. Even if it's me just sitting in front of my laptop reading the news out to you. You might. Something's coming.
Yeah. The Patreons get all copies of the show that don't have me introducing it.
We'd also like to thank our sponsors, King Kaiju Collectibles. King Kaiju goes to Japan, buys up all their cool stuff, brings it over here and sells it to you for money.
You have to yell it.
You're welcome.
And Greenlight Comics, which is the comic shop I run. It's in Adelaide.
Yep. What do you buy there?
Graphic novels.
Sweet.
Graphic novels.
Also stuff from King Kaiju Collectibles.
Nah.
No?
Nah. Next.
Sorry, King Kaiju.
I want to get onto this next bit because I'm really into it.
Okay, we're going to Tots. Tots. With the announcement, I had a way to tie this in. That's right, I've just remembered. Bubble Bobble for Friends was just announced. A Switch exclusive sequel of Bubble Bobble.
Well, was it announced so much that you didn't even give me time to find footage of it?
It was announced this morning.
Oh.
Oof. So
it's just announced.
Yeah.
Right.
There was some footage, but that's irrelevant. So with that in mind, I thought, you know what? What are some sequels that we need? What are some games that haven't had sequels or haven't had well-known sequels, but we just need them now? So here we are, the top 10 sequels we need, presented by Dan and I of Hack the Dino, because we're probably collecting this out for a clip. Dan, what's the first?
So I'm going to go with the obvious, newish kind of game.
Number 10.
Number 10. Bloodborne. Bloodborne 2. We want the second Bloodborne. It was teased. Oh man, was it teased at the last E3?
Would that be Blood Death?
Maybe.
Blood Middle
But
Life
it's
Crisis.
Bourne with an E on the end. Maybe it's Jason Bourne, all bloody. Because they had that trailer which had that robotic arm or whatever with all the gore, and I was like, it's Bloodborne 2, and it turned out to be...
Why was he fighting the Undertaker just there?
He fights a lot of people. And And then that turned out to be Shadows Die Twice in the end. But everyone thought, oh man, it's going to be Bloodborne 2. And yeah, this just needs a sequel. I'm pretty sure they will do another one of these.
Yeah.
So this might be, you know, asking for something a bit too early.
Oh no, it's what we need.
He's just like, yeah, wait up, man, let me make it. And I'm like, I want it now.
Jeez.
But Bloodborne is definitely number 10.
Number 9 on our top 10 games that we need sequels for. Nintendo Land.
This is not right. Look at this.
This is great. See, not many people played the original game because it was on the Wii. It was a pack-in with the Wii, and it was just a bunch of mini games.
Is this them all? Pimpkin Advent? These are just octopus dance.
Well, yeah, it was all Nintendo properties. So you took in kiddie versions of different franchises starring the Nintendo titular character, but you were your Mii.
Ghost Mansion.
And you did like a Zelda archery contest or an F-Zero racing game. It was really, really cool. And I reckon they're really missing out by not bringing it out again and maybe making it like a Mario Party type party game.
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't know?
Look at this. It looks like Roblox.
Well, yeah, it's Nintendo. Their target audience is the Roblox audience.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, so number 9. Yeah, so
that was number 9. Here's number 8.
Number
on our top
8.
10 sequel games list. Dan.
Bully. Bully needs a sequel.
Bully?
What? You hear that, Brayden?
Yes.
Has anyone? Have you ever played this game?
No.
So Bully is a Rockstar game that they brought out on the PS2,
2.
and it's basically you just play a kid in a private school, and you're like this kind of like bully-ish kind of kid. Which is none of these characters. I didn't realize this is a cutscene. I've pushed this straight into. And it's basically an open world on a campus, and you just do all the like 80s school life. That's you there, the kid in the blue.
With the blood nose.
Yeah, he's kind of got a blood nose. No, I think this is bad animation.
Oh.
So you do levels and that, but you can do everything. You go to class, you do classes, you can like just everything you can do in this game, like you just do in school. It's a full Rockstar game, and it was so fleshed out. You can skateboard if you want as well.
I don't know about the choice of footage here, Dan.
Yeah, maybe skip ahead a little bit, Braden. I think you did.
It's very much this one mission. That's about all we've got.
Okay.
Oh.
Anyway, as you were saying, Dan.
Anyhow, you passed. Anyhow, so you have this like go back into it, Braden.
I get back into it.
Yeah, just leave it on. And you have so you have like a day and night cycle, and because you're a kid, you actually have to go back because you're boarding. Like if you're out at dark, you can go out and you can leave the school and everything. But if you get caught, like, you know, and there's prefects, so you have to sneak out of the school and stuff like that. And there's girls and you can get into relationships, like all the NPCs you can talk to, and there's missions. You can go to all the you actually have to get up at 9 o'clock. You actually have to go to the classes at the right times and everything. It's just a really good game. Then weekends, you get to just do whatever you want, and you can do other missions and stuff. And it's just a really good game. Yeah, right. I have chosen terrible footage in this part.
Yeah, probably crosshairs in a school.
Oh yeah, Shanghai. Anyhow, there are some questionable things that happen in that. Yep. I got people over on the chat. Bully is fantastic. It really needs a sequel. And like they could make it so good now. Because the place isn't a massive map, which is fine. I don't mind that. So they could do the open world, but they could just make it look photorealistic now. And this awesome school. And you could do all those cliche, nerd, those what are they like high school movies back in the day, like, break into
Rodney
like
Dangerfield.
Yeah,
tells you.
You screw over the dean,
Curse you, dean.
Go steal the mascot. Actually, you do stuff like that in it. Like it's got all that stuff in it, and yeah, they needed a second bully. So that was my number 8.
Coming at number 9 is Mario Sunshine.
No,
that's right. It goes the other way. Number 7. Coming at number 7, Mario Sunshine. I just want to use the flood again. Look at this game.
This is not actually in order of relevance.
Sure it is.
I just realized because I would have put like bully up higher.
So Mario Sunshine, it was an unfinished game when it was released. Really cool mechanic, the flood. That's that little water jetpack you got on there. Mario jumps around and also can hover and clean up the town with his good old mate that spits some water.
It's a crisp looking game, isn't it?
This may or may not be a HD remix that I chose. Just to show how nice it was.
How good it is.
But it was what I really enjoyed doing in Mario Sunshine when it came out on the GameCube was on a hot day, just playing it. because it gave that that feeling of, you know, when you're
very
at a
wet.
water park and you got that moisture in the air. It's just really relaxing.
No.
Really
And
cool
is
game.
That chocolate?
No, it's pollution, and that's what you have to clean up.
Oh, you have to clean?
Yeah, you clean up. That's where Bowser Jr. first came along, by the way. This is his first game, first debut. Bowser
Are
Jr.
they the baddies? Those guys there?
Or they're slugs.
Watermen?
Poor pollution slugs.
So yeah, I've actually remembered this game, and I found it weird that they never did any more of these, because Nintendo usually jumps on all like the...
And especially,
Or
as
at
I
least-
said, it wasn't like Mario 64, for example. You got a remaster on the DS where they added different levels and
Oh, he's
different
all
characters. Yeah, great game. Would like to see more of it coming out very, very soon. Now, Dan, number
Whatever.
6, which I agree with 100%.
Yeah, this would have been my number one, but if we were really doing it in order, I'm just going to say that I'm getting rid of the number like thing. I want the sequel to playable teaser demo.
Yes.
PT
Something that
demo.
will never happen, but my goodness, I would love it.
So, oh dear.
So do you want the sequel to PT demo, or do you want Silent Hills?
Yeah, so as I was going to get it. So PT demo came out. This is the Kojima, our god Kojima.
Yep.
Praise
him.
Kojima. This is one of his things that he put out. It just came out. It was on the PlayStation. Oh god. It was on the PlayStation, and what it involved is you waking up, first person, and this thing had chronically good graphics. Like you can see it here, especially the podcast people. You woke up and it's just like photorealistic, like first person graphics. Hey, Salamander over on the chat, how you going, buddy? And and it's just an L-shaped hole, right? And so you walk into this hole and you walk down and then you go all the way to there and you go into the last door and you realize I'm in the same hole again. And it's just an endless loop L-shaped hole. But you have to do things. But at any time, you can die in this game. And it's full horror. So there's a girl existing in this L-shaped room. And you don't know where she is. And every time you go through it and kind of do something, there's little clues everywhere. Like maybe the clock that you go past to have a different number on it.
You have
And
to
it
poke the eyes out of one of the pictures.
Yeah, and stuff like that. And there were really weird things you had to do sometimes. They were like, stand and look at something for 30 seconds and then do this. Or look up, and you look up and she'll be standing like on the roof and stuff. But she won't kill you every... You say, yeah, this is the repeat of it here. It is, without a doubt, the scariest thing I've ever played in my life.
Yep.
This thing is horrible. Because it's you know that it's a repeat. When it changes and stuff, little... And they're only little things. They start to change. You're just like... And then at the end, the big reveal was, I think you can go through, there's like 24 rooms or something like that, versions of it. You have to trigger by doing certain things to get into the next. But if you trigger certain other things, you die instantly.
Yeah, I remember when I was, I didn't actually get to play it, unfortunately, but I have seen playthroughs. There's one room where you're just walking through, it's all normal. Then you come through and then there's just a fridge tied to the roof. Just hanging in the middle of it. What is that? And then, as you said, there's another one where you go into the bathroom and then as you come out, the door's slightly ajar, and as you go to it, it suddenly slams in your face, and you're like,
and all the doors are locked when you first go through. You can see there's
cockroaches.
And there's
everywhere.
like radios. You can't see. You're listening to like look behind you.
I said, look behind you.
And I'm like, I just went, yeah. There's no way. But if you don't look behind you, sometimes you die and stuff. Like,
oh, really?
I think this is a full playthrough, so I don't think they're going to die. And then at the end, once you do go, this was bonkers. Like to get through this, you had to be a crazy person. You know what I mean? It's full Kojima's mind.
Yep.
And at the end, like the spoilers in case anyone knows, it panned out and you saw you and your bloody
Norman
Reedus, and then it kind of pans out and it says Silent Hills.
Yep.
Like, and I was just like, because Silent Hill was like one of my things, and like hills, and I'm like, so simple, so perfect.
Yep.
Like you don't have to put one, like just hills.
Yep. Silent Hills. And it was by Guillermo del Toro as well. He was involved in it. And this was before the big Konami-Kojima split. So this is what Kojima was working on. Kojima was working on before the split.
There's the eye out, one of the eyes.
Funnily enough, it's actually this week, 5 years old since this came out. Of course, you can't play this game anymore. It's been taken down from the server when they
Look at
discontinued the game.
that tiny little bit of paper there.
Mhm.
That's a tiny little paper you have to find, and then you have to go put it in one of the pictures, which is ripped off the corner.
So 5
think
years
that's it
since
here.
you can't play it anymore. I don't even know if the PlayStations with it on their system can actually play it. So they've done something retroactively, which means you can't access it anymore.
Yeah, so I think I knew that. I think it actually took it off your system.
Yeah.
And if there are PlayStations out there I saw online that were unhooked from the internet that still have it on there, and you can sell that PlayStation for like thousands of dollars apparently.
Yep. Because
Like-
this game just doesn't exist anymore. Or does it?
Oh god.
Someone's remade this in Dreams. I kid you not. They have almost done an exact remake of PT in Dreams.
Yeah, right.
So
nice.
when that launches, this is the type of stuff we're going to see in Dreams. People spending all their time making awesome stuff like this. So I'm really looking forward to Dreams for that reason. But yes, I agree. PT
Oh,
demo.
it's all gone red.
This is near where the fridge is. All right, moving on.
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
And
That's
it's
what I was
got
talking
someone
about before.
in it, and there's blood coming out.
Yep.
Anyhow, so I think this really needs. So it is a sequel.
Yeah.
Because this is a.
Yeah.
This thing like you can spend hours in this. Like.
And sometimes you had no choice to. Next game on the list, number 5.
Thank God, because I didn't look at the screen at all during any of that.
Oh, Brayden.
Unfortunately, that was a playthrough, so nothing scary happens because he does everything right.
I know, but still.
Did you ever play any of the Buffy games?
Nah, I've never even watched Buffy.
What?
I know.
Brayden, have you watched Buffy?
No.
Oh my goodness.
I
I'm
know
gonna play
of it.
up
I
on
know.
Remake.
I know how important it is, and I know what it did to television. And now television today, as it is as good because of Buffy.
Yes.
But I never watched it.
I was a baby.
No excuse.
Buffy.
So
Okay.
the game on the Xbox, the original Buffy game, was one of my absolute favorites. We can see it here on the screen. It was a third-person sort of mini hub world. Not a hub world, a mini open world. So it was open, but it wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
And you just went around killing zombies and vampires with your stake as Buffy. They did bring out a sequel called Chaos Bleeds, which tied into season 7 of the show.
Is this Chaos Bleeds?
Yes.
Yeah.
I loved this game. It was so good. I even wanted at one time, not anymore, to buy an original Xbox just so I could play it.
Ooh.
I might go back and play it again. I don't know. But yeah, that one took place in season 3. Anyway, big fan of Buffy. Big fan of this game. I would love to see something else come out. I doubt it because Buffy's well and truly in the
grave.
reflection mirror. Oh god.
Review mirror,
Thank
as
you.
Pearl Jam says.
Yep. So that's my number 5 pick. Dan, number 4.
My number 4 is Fracture, but on the Xbox 360.
Now I have no idea about this game.
So this is my game I picked up in the $10 bin,
Right.
and it's awesome. Bring it up, Brayden.
What's it about?
So it's a third-person Gears of War style one, and all your weapons involve terrain alteration.
Oh,
so
I
if
have
you-
heard of this.
Yeah. So you can see, it was really hard to find footage of people using this game properly. So you can pull rocks together. You can build it up. So you can see here that's a lump there. Also, you just got your flat out guns.
Yep.
But if you need cover, you use your terrain gun to just pull earth up. And as it gets shot, it kind of goes down and crumbles away and stuff like that. This game was so fun. I don't understand why it didn't get a sequel. And the idea of just how much I'm hoping this footage shows him he's just not using the bloody terrain gun.
It's almost like you should have looked at the footage.
I
before.
did. I couldn't find people using the game properly. So if that was me there, I would have shot the terrain gun under that guy and boosted him into the sky.
Yep.
But anyhow, so yeah, I really, really, really want a sequel to this game. It's way old, 360, man. If you haven't done it, if you haven't bought it back from yet, the 360, this game should have had it.
You never know because Phil Spencer has been talking a lot recently about they're not just investing in games and technology next season.
Building up the lump.
It's more about bringing back some of the stuff that people actually liked. And as I said, I think the mechanics of this game are unique enough that they could actually really do something good with it. I mean, they've made a Rage 2 for Pete's sake. Okay.
Yeah, why are they making sequels to games that weren't cool when they had stuff like this?
Pick number 3. It's my pick. Pokemon Snap.
Yeah, this is another rubbish one.
Oh, says you who like.
Dude, look,
I build sandcastles and kill enemies. Pokemon Snap was a fantastic game. It was an on-trail shooter, but you didn't shoot them. You had a camera, and you took pictures of the camera, and if you threw different things, you could make them pose or come closer to the camera or further away. So you see here on screen, you fed that little Vulpix a little apple, and it did a little dance, and you took a photo of it, and the more Pokemon of that same type you get in the shot doing a little dance, the higher the points you get. And then if you get enough points at the end, you go up to the Rainbow Cloud, and you capture Mew with your camera. This was such a good game.
I just can't see why when you've got like the idea of Pokemon Go and such complex ideas when this is like a step backwards.
It's really not. It was such a fun game. I have yet to meet someone who's played this game and not liked it. It was so unique. And
it is
so
unique.
different.
I'll give it that.
And like you could do little cheats, like you can see here. Oh, I don't think they're gonna do it. But if you threw like an apple in front of your cart, the cart stopped because it got jammed on something, and it enables you to sit there and just get really good things. So here you got Magmar. He just attacked that Charmander who evolved, and then you get higher points for getting a Pokemon that's evolving. So here you've got a egg that's blocking the path. You knock that off, and it's Moltres in there. And then there's a specific point, if you follow Moltres as it bursts out the lake, and you get a particular photo, it's worth huge amounts of points because it does like a feather flail.
It's almost like PT Demo.
Almost. Very, very close, in fact.
You know, you do
Here's
little
the
things.
fridge full of blood.
You do your things. You kind of like...
You do your things? Yeah, that's pretty general for games, I think. You do things in games a lot.
Thanks.
Anyway.
Never played Pokemon Snap?
Well, Flopsy, you got to get on it. That's another game you're going to have to buy.
Flopsy?
I said Flopster.
Floppinator?
All right.
Next up, me.
Yeah, you.
Shadow Complex. What happened to Shadow Complex 2? They were supposed to make one. They never did. This game's awesome.
You've played this on stream.
Yeah, I've streamed this. I've everything. Everyone who's played this game loves this game. It is a great 2.5D game. 2.5D. Which is, as a lot of people know, is like I really love my 2.5D games. This game was awesome. It needs a sequel, and there's always that talk. You look online. Where's Shadow Complex 2?
I've never seen those words.
Yeah, you just write Shadow Complex into any Google search. That'll be the first thing.
Okay.
Let's see my.
I'm gonna call your bluff.
Shadow Complex.
Shadow Complex. If I can spell it. 2. So the first thing I see will be where's my sequel?
What might have you?
No, it's a Wikipedia entry. Sorry, Dan, you lose.
What's this?
That's the second result I think we'll find.
There's talk of a sequel. Oh, maybe I didn't research it enough. But anyhow,
that's
we
from
need
2016, by the way.
We need a Shadow Complex 2. Do it, people, whoever made it.
And you didn't research it, you say. All right, number one game sequel that we need and the world needs and the world all wants.
That.
Yes, it is.
Because it doesn't make. That's not fair because we're
It's
doing
totally
it in
number
terms.
one. I know, it's almost like I make the show. Number 1 is Chrono Trigger. There it is. This is probably one of the best games ever created. It's number 2 on the top 100 Super Nintendo games of all time. It did have a sequel called Radical Dreamers. I think there's some footage there. It only came out in the Satellaview, which was a modem type thing for the Super Nintendo, only in Japan, and it was a text-based adventure.
Yes.
Oh my god.
It's pretty... Yeah, here it is. So not quite what we were hoping for from a Chrono Trigger sequel. They did a few years later bring out Chrono Cross, which was sort of in the same universe, but it dealt with crossing parallel dimensions as opposed to time travel, and it was completely different characters.
Floppy in the chat said we need Brutal Legend too. How weird is that? I picked up Brutal Legend before and I thought, I wish I'd put this in my list.
Anyway, back to Chrono Trigger, the number 1 game on our list. This game is fantastic. It has 13 alternate endings. It had a re-release on the Nintendo DS with cutscenes by Akira Toriyama, who also designed all the characters. This game is just a beautiful, wonderful, immersive thing. I played this first when I was in high school. I've finished it, I think, about 4 times. 3 times I got different endings and 1 time I didn't. I haven't finished it in a couple of years, so I should probably go back to it. I've never done the New Games Plus, which is something I should really do as well. So I would really, really, really like to see a sequel for this, and I'd also really, really like to see it on the Super Nintendo Online service.
I I tried to play it recently, and I think you had to be there when it came out. Like I tried. I think I've done 3 tries to play it. And
Where have you played it?
What do you mean?
What did you play it on?
I don't know. I can't remember. I think is it. I've got it. So
You've got it?
somewhere. Yeah. And yeah. I tried.
The Super Nintendo version?
Yeah, and I think I did an emulator as well, and I just couldn't. I think you had to be there when it was around the first time, and I can understand how you get into it, but yeah, it was hard to get into it because I can do an RPG.
Yeah,
but
not one by Akira Toriyama. You know, Dragon Ball, Mr. Akira Toriyama.
How many of the Dragon Quests have you played?
All of them.
What about Dragon Quest Builder? His other game.
Yep, 1 and 2.
I've actually
both with me right now. They're just down there, just off screen. Anyway, let's go to questions.
Well, yeah, then let us know in the comments what you want.
Let us know in the comments what you want. Yeah, sign off down below.
Brutal Legend 2.
Let us know in the comments what you want to see in a sequel on the Super Nintendo Online, but even though it's not the segment we're doing. Let us know in the comments what sequels you want to see for games that you loved. Braden, do the thing. Okay, viewer questions. If you have a question for us to answer on the show, easily done, my good friend. You just have to send us an email over our Hack the Dino website, or hit us up on Instagram, which is @HackTheDino, or join our Facebook group, which is over on Facebook, Hack the Dino, funnily enough.
Or do it live.
Or do it live. If you've got a question, ask right now while we're going through the first one. Which is from Pete Lannon over on Instagram. What is a dream hobby project? I read that wrong, didn't I? What's a dream hobby project?
You really put the comma in the wrong spot then.
What's a dream hobby project? Money is no issue, and the sky is the limit. Dan, do you want to tackle this one?
Yeah,
please?
I went full sky on this one. So I want to open a Cyber City 2000 in Adelaide.
What is
a Cyber City 2000? I can't remember what state it's in. It was either Melbourne or Brisbane, or it was I was traveling around doing like cons and stuff, and it's a place. It was like primarily it was like a giant room, all right. In the middle, it had pool tables, so you could hang out and play pool. All around the pool tables were arcade machines. On one side of it was a bar, like inside, like drinks and stuff like that, and the other side of it was like a Chinese barbecue place where that made bubble tea. So like Barbecue City in the city,
yep.
like barbecue fried duck and all that kind of stuff. And that was just one giant room. So you could go there, you could eat your meal, you could hang out, have drinks, you could play pool, you could play video games, and just have this awesome thing. I'm pretty sure it was a drug front for a gang, but it was so good. I went in there and went, why isn't there something like this? So like, it's kind of that thing, everyone wants to own, I want a gaming theme bar. I'm like, I don't want a gaming theme bar. I just want this awesome place that people can go hang out and just have a good meal, have some drinks, have fun, play pool, video games, have some music on, not too loud. I just want to create basically this studio for people.
Very, very similar to what you said. I want to make a video game museum and, of course, have like a cafe in there, or maybe one of the two.
Or a rave room?
No, not a rave room, because those ravers are filthy people. I want just a big warehouse and have the history of video games there. People can come and check it out, read about video games, and play those video games. And maybe even like a barcade, but a cafe. Because of it, you sit down and you play games while you're having your coffee or your meal or whatever. But yeah, somewhere in Adelaide, I'm pretty sure they've got some of them over in Australia.
Both just want to create hangouts.
No, hangout. No, I want people to go there and experience and read about games. I've got a pretty big Nintendo collection. I would really like to share it with other people, but I don't like people at my house. So if I could have a site where people came and they would see a Nintendo on the wall, NES, and it has there all the data about it, when it was released, how many sold, what games came out on it, and you can pick the game and it gets put in and you can play it. That would be spectacular.
She's wanting a room that justifies your collection.
Basically. And also, I would like to do this full-time in an ideal world, but, that's not going to happen. So,
fair enough.
Meh. All right, next question comes from Keith Wright. And he asks, what are you guys looking forward to in the future? Doesn't have to be big stuff or work related. I'm looking forward to going back to Japan sometime next year, maybe. We've got the World Cup coming soon, so I might try out for that. Depends if my old man knees hold out. Dan.
Something that's coming up in the future. In about 4 days, I'm having a baby.
True.
Yep.
My first baby.
First baby.
On Wednesday, coming up this week. So I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be good.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
That'll be quite a good day, I reckon.
Yeah. Having a son.
We've got a question in the chat.
Yep, it says from Floppy again. Is there a game that's classified as a must play that you haven't? I.e., I've never to go around to playing The Last of Us.
Oh, good.
Truth be told, I've not played The Last of Us either, Floppy.
So you're trying to say, like, is there a game that
people say that you have to play this game?
Oh, man, you should have played it. This is a hard one. I'm gonna. While you think about that, I'm gonna go on with what's next. I can't. That's the end of this segment.
Well, I can instantly jump in a little bit.
Yeah,
jump in, Brian.
Because clearly I haven't played a lot, but I haven't done any of The Witcher.
Same.
I haven't done any of Metal Gear Solid, which is the crazy one.
Brayden, you should definitely play Metal Gear Solid.
I should definitely do that.
You should create a series and put it up on the channel about you playing Metal Gear Solid for the first time before Death Stranding comes out.
It's almost like we're planning that.
Yeah. How's that coming?
Yeah, good actually.
I haven't played any of them.
No, I'm getting stuck into the first one.
Yep.
More God, not having camera control is weird.
So you're just playing the solids, right?
Yeah, I'm not going and playing Revenge.
Not Metal
the
Gear.
original
Not Metal Gear.
Nah.
Well, good luck finding that one.
Yeah,
Because,
exactly. Garbage.
I had a novelization of that game. The original Metal
What?
Gear. I wish I had it.
Yeah.
And Ross, your business partner, gave me a Master Blaster one. That was
Yeah,
great.
yeah, so that's good.
All right. Did we answer that? We answered that.
Floppy's also wanted. He reckons that Portal 3 should come out. My rules in the list was that it can't be a sequel of a sequel of a sequel.
Correct.
Because otherwise I just would have said Half-Life 3.
Yep.
And that would have been my number one. But yeah, it had to be
Chrono
the
Trigger was
second
number
game. A sequel. Not a other one.
Threequel.
Yeah.
Time for Dan versus the World.
Dan versus the World. I hit the wrong button. And we're here.
Hey, Braden's here. That's
Chat-
that dismembered voice.
Chat saying that you should stream Metal Gear.
Yes,
Brayden.
I will. If you go and let me move my mic a little bit closer so you can actually hear me. Yeah, I will actually stream it. I'll be streaming it on my own channel so as to not taint Dan's excellent Hack the Dino-ness that we've got going on here. But I'll also make some little highlight clip videos that'll go on the actual
Maybe
channel.
you can put links in the description below, Braden.
Links in the description below.
Yeah, you could play it on the PS3 Legacy version.
It's exactly what I found.
Oh, good, yeah.
Because I was finding all the originals, and then I went,
Oh, there's a game with them all on it.
I could just get all of them in one.
That's how I did Snake Eater, was on that thing. And
Yeah.
God, that game's so good.
So, Dan versus the World.
Yeah.
I have 3 songs from video games somewhere in existence. I will play the first 5 seconds of song number 1. These two have 5 questions each, which they'll ask in alternate fashion to try and guess the title, the full title. I'll put your glasses on, that's freaking me out. Of that game. Yeah.
I've got a very
that's
Max Headroom vibe going on
it. You
here.
really do. Okay, we ready for song number 1?
Yeah.
Oh, I should probably bring up the scores. The scores as of Dan's whitewash last week.
29 to me.
29 to Dan and 27 to the world, which is represented by Braden. Now, Braden, our end of year show,
Yes.
we might have to do some tweaking because we got something pretty special planned for that.
We'll have to figure
We'll have to
that
have
out.
a think about it, bit of a brainstorm,
That'll
because
be one
we
have to
are the
actually figure
world.
out.
We are the children. We are the one to make a brighter day.
Okay, here's the song. And please, no one in the chat, do not yell out the answer. Dan, question number 1.
What console was it on originally?
Nintendo 64.
Raiden.
What titular character did it have?
It's a me,
Oh God.
Mario.
Well, it had Ben in it. Is it? Oh man. Is it
Braden knows it. Look at that face.
Is it Super Mario Sunshine?
No.
Ah!
On Nintendo 64.
Oh, I wasn't listening.
Oh, damn.
What is it, Brayden?
It's Super Mario 64.
Yes, it is. My goodness.
What,
Was there more-
what
I-
happened? Did you have a?
I just thought it, when he said
Wow.
Mario, I just thought he usually uses ones that are in the show.
ones that
so-
we've mentioned. Okay, yeah.
I
fair.
see. Yeah.
But we did mention it. I made sure that I mentioned Mario 64 in that segment so I could say yes. Wow. What a fart that was, Dan.
Like I said, I asked what character was in it because I thought it was like,
Obvious?
yeah.
Yeah.
I never said I was good at this.
All right, here we go. Song number 2.
Go.
Oh, such good music.
Yeah, I know.
Dan, question number 1.
What is you in it? What is you?
You're a mercenary.
Mercenary.
What genre of game is it?
It's a isometric, so top-down shooter.
Okay.
Sort of like action Zelda type game.
Hmm.
Sheesh.
Dan.
Who made it?
Konami.
Hmm.
Braden.
Interesting. What console was this on?
The NES.
Okay.
Dan, question number 3.
Is it Metal Gear?
It's Metal Gear!
Yeah! Took another leap. Leap
Very
of faith.
nice.
Leap of faith paid
Well, it
off.
didn't work for you last time when you used your ingenuity.
Well, yeah, it paid off this time.
Yeah, go with faith.
Yeah.
So Dan's on 30, the world's on 28. Braden,
Ooh.
you're losing.
Definitely losing.
All right, here we go. Song number 3. Did you know that song as soon as you heard it, by the way?
No.
No?
When you said mercenary, like
Sort of go. Oh, see, I was going to say
Mercenary
boy.
Konami.
Yeah.
I
guess
could have
the
said
Konami guy,
man. He's not
Man.
a boy, mate. You don't do.
Well, he was back then.
You don't
Although
need that
what-
many years of
No,
like
it's
training
just
to be
big
called a
boss.
boy.
I watched the
Big-
entire Metal Gear timeline. the
Oh,
other
that's
day.
good.
And Metal Gear, like the first Metal Gear game, comes like 3rd or 4th to the end. It's just like
The
big
first
boss.
one's Snake Eater, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Snake Eater's first.
All right, here we go.
It's in the
Song number
80s,
3.
like 70s.
Ah, those synth sounds.
I'm gonna wear these glasses every
That was a weird.
Dan. This is my Dan versus the world look.
Okay, Dan, question number 1.
Bah, 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 bah. Trying to think of a first question I haven't asked yet. Does your character have some sort of tool or weapon, or what is it? It's
Amazing.
making that one up as I went along.
You have a sword.
Sword?
Sword.
What console is this bad boy on?
This came out on PlayStation 2.
Ooh.
PlayStation 2.
Sword on the two.
Dwa.
Oh yeah, dry.
Yeah,
Right.
okay. Dan, question number 2.
So PlayStation 2, man with a sword.
Narrows it down.
What genre of game is it?
It's again a... What are they called? They're not open worlds. They're open areas. Open areas. It's an open area
Adventure?
adventure game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Braden.
Linear.
Yeah.
Is there an animal that joins you for most of this?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, there is. I'm very impressed with this game. You're very good at it, Braden.
Hmm.
Dan, question number 3.
I
What
get
about
some
me?
of them, and then some of
No.
them I've never heard before.
No, you...
Give me a hint.
a hint?
Oh, it doesn't matter because Brady knows what it is anyway. Wait, all right, I want to... sword. What was that? What am I calling it? Sword?
Sword,
PlayStation
PlayStation
2.
2, adventure game,
And there's an animal.
and there's an animal that joins you for most of the quest.
And so you got a part... is it another... Is it like a character... I can't... That's a question. Okay, so I'm just trying to think if someone with a sword, an animal... I'm going to try and guess this out of the blue.
Here we go.
On PlayStation 2. There's not many games on the PlayStation 2.
No, there's not. Certainly none with a sword.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Give me more music.
Give me more music.
Nice.
It's got a very... Is it a rowing simulator?
Yes, you have to row a lot.
It's a dragon boat game, isn't it?
Question number 4, Braden.
I'm gonna take a punt.
Yep.
Is it Shadow of the Colossus?
It's Shadow of the Colossus.
You got that horsey
Well
boy.
done.
Oh, you mean
that
like
horsey
riding
boy.
a horse as your animal?
Yeah. Couldn't you tell?
Hey.
No, I thought you were riding a
It's
dragon.
riding a horse. Anyway, we've been Hack the Dino. I've got it here.
Oh, Townsy's in there.
A fortnightly nonsense gaming talk show. We come to you live every fortnight
Townsy.
over on Twitter. Oh,
Twitter.
sorry. On Twitter.
You always forget.
Sorry, I'm trying to do the wrap up and Dan's there going, oh, dude,
Are we live on Twitter?
we're live on Twitter. Go over to the Twitter.
Yeah,
Catch us live.
It just describes what we're doing in tweets constantly.
Live tweeting.
We're live on Twitch, where you can also see Dan doing his game streams every Sunday from 1 p.m. Adelaide Eastern Standard Time. Just check out hackthedino on TV, Twitch. You can also see us over on YouTube, youtube.com/hackthedino, where we have other videos going up. This is chopped down and put up on there as well. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to help us grow, get more people watching us. Shows are usually a lot better than this. I'm very, very sorry.
If you,
This is great
if
fun.
you subscribe to us and give us Patreon money, the background may actually be animated as opposed to locked up.
It's
as it
powered
is
by
at the
Patreon power. The background's Patreon
Put
power.
some more money into the background machine, Braden.
Yes.
And finally, we are also an audio-only podcast. If you don't want to see our grotesque faces, head on over to Spotify, to SoundCloud, to Apple Podcasts. And if you could leave a review on Apple Podcasts, that would be awesome. Again, every time you like, share, and subscribe, it helps us grow and get bigger and stronger and like kaiju and rip apart the city like Godzilla.
Thank you very much to all the people who joined us live in the chat this week as well and commented and asked us questions. Townsy just came in. We slept too long. You bloody turkey.
We'll be back next fortnight for episode 78 with maybe a special guest. Until
Really?
then, sure, maybe. I said maybe.
Is it Townsy?
No,
He's too good.
Braden, just get us out of here. Braden!